Hey guys, techmadeezy, and this is part 2 of the Chefman Airfryer. I am going to be cooking chicken and steak, but if you have not seen part 1, make sure you do. That is the unboxing with some helpful tips. Here we go. Alright guys, I'm in the kitchen with Brooklyn, and I just finished cleaning this with soap and water and wiped it down with paper towel. All right, so nice warm water, cleaned it inside as well. Now I don't know, someone might want to see this, but this is the inside of the machine. And that is the coil. And then I believe there's a fan up on top that basically blows that air around. And that's as simple as an air fryer is. Okay, so let me get ready. I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken, and we're going to cook it. And I'm going to show you the beginning and the end part, okay? Okay, I am sitting here now with some chicken, some olive oil, my favorite seasoning. This is cilantro lime by Tones. If I can find a link to this, I'll put it in the description, okay? And I've got my chicken. Now, I took this out of the freezer this morning, and I have a food saver. So I love that I can actually put my chicken in bags like this and seal it up. And it makes my food last longer. Alright, so I've decided this time to use a bowl, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little olive oil, just a drop. You don't need much of this stuff. So let me just put a drop in here. And I'm going to take my chicken and just throw it in here for now, right? Because you don't want to put oil in the air fryer. That's the one thing that I keep hearing, so I'm going to just take this and kind of like get a little olive oil on here. It's almost like too much. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to actually make my cilantro seasoning stick. So I'm now going to take some cilantro seasoning, put it on this plate here. Okay, I'm going to just take my chicken, lay it in the cilantro seasoning. I'm going to come back with a little bit more cilantro seasoning. I promise you I am not a cook. I mean, I do cook because I have to eat, but I am no chef, I should say. Master Chef techmadeezy. Probably not. But Brooklyn will eat anything that I cook. All right, I'm putting a little more than usual. I like that, though. I want to. And now, guys, the magic happens here. So we take our basket. Sorry about all the banging. They say not to use that spray stick stuff on here, by the way, too. Again, I don't know if I talked about that earlier. But let's take and put one piece here, one piece here, and one piece here. Now, these are thin pieces of chicken, so I'm going to check on it. I'm going to use the chicken button, but I'm going to check on it, okay? And I'm going to put this in now. It's clean. It's ready. And all I'm going to do is hit the chicken button and hit start. Now this is actually, to tell you the truth, let me stop for a second because I want to take their advice. Okay? I want to take their advice. I'm going to take this out. Pull this out. Okay? I'm going to put this basket in. I'm going to hit chicken for a second and I'm going to hit start. I'm going to let this run for 5 minutes because I want it to be warmed up. I want to see the difference between it not being warmed up and it being warmed up. But I'm eating this tonight, and you know, Brooklyn's hanging out with me going, Alan, please give me some extra food. But yeah, so I'll be back after this warms up. Okay guys, I let it warm up, all right? Now it's probably going to be warm inside, so I have to be careful. They always say, be careful putting your hands inside of this, especially since it's been on. Now, it was only on for 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and push this down and not touch any of the edges. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and put this in. I'm going to press the chicken button and hit start. And, you know, look, I'm going to let you hear how it sounds for a moment. It does raise a little bit in the sense of the fan. Make sure that you have room in the back for the exhaust, by the way. You don't want to put this right up against a wall. And after this, I'm going to put in some asparagus with a little bit of oil and some salt. All right, and let's see how my meal comes out. All right, so look, this is 22 minutes. We'll be back, and we'll see how it comes out. I'm gonna check on it probably at about 10 minutes in, so we'll take a look at it then. All right, so it is 10 minutes in, and I'm gonna go ahead and open the basket. They say you can do that, and it'll just stop. Now again, these are smaller pieces of chicken, so I don't know that they need the 22 minutes. As you can see, they look pretty darn good, to be honest with you. Well, look at that. I mean, this is nice and browned. Okay. And because they're smaller, I'm going to double check. I'll cut one of them open. Let me cut the thicker one open. I just want to see if it is cooked. Let me grab me a fork. Okay. And then, I'll tell you something. If I was about to cook this for another 10 minutes, what I would do is I would put my asparagus in, because the asparagus is supposedly a few minutes. Now look at this. Okay, guys? Take a look at this chicken. It is cooked. It still looks a little juicy. It's cooked fine. It doesn't need any more cooking. And now I'm going to take these couple of pieces of asparagus, and I am going to put them in, and I'm going to cook those, I'm going to say for 4 minutes, because they're small pieces and it's not a lot. Let me just take them by hand, because they've got a little bit of olive oil on them. So again, be careful, this is hot. I'm just going to kind of lay it around. All right. Put it in. What I'm going to do, it's $3.75, okay? So what I will do is let this run for 4 minutes on $3.75. Okay guys, so I am going to just open this up for a minute. It's been about 3 minutes on the asparagus. Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, you could see that little oil on the asparagus is doing its job, and they look good. And I guess because it's just a couple of pieces, at the end of the day, this should be fine. I'm going to eat these as is, and then, we'll go from there. But guys, I am impressed. Let me hit stop. So this, by the way, this does cool itself off. So just so you'll know. But yeah. So it does do a cool down period. I don't know how long it lasts, but yeah, there it goes. It just kind of, I guess, blows the hot air out of the unit. All right. But, and by the way, guys, last tip, they tell you not to use metal utensils. You're going to go ahead and use some nice rubber or wood utensils to take your food out so you can enjoy your dinner. All right. Okay, guys, I'm back in the kitchen, and I want to share something with you. So when I buy meat in bulk like this, okay, what I like to do is I like to actually cut it up and put it in, a bag, a freezer bag, right? So I have a food saver, as you can see. I want to introduce you to the food saver if it's something that you're not aware of. All right, this thing will save you tons of money. You will not waste money on buying food and throwing it out. So let me show you, and then it's just one thing. So I'm going to turn this on. Okay, and you have to seal the bottom. So I have a bag in here now. You just have to seal the bottom. Okay, I'm going to use this piece of steak as an example. Once it says sealed, I open this up. I pull out what I think I'm going to need, depending on how big the piece is. Now, you want to be a little generous, because if you're not, then you'll waste. But I think this is going to be good. A little bit more. And now I'll cut this, put this in here. It's going to get a little noisy, so you might want to lower your volume. But how you save money, let's see this bag here. And I have these bags in the description if you want to get these. And the food savers also. Now this model might not be available but I have other ones to choose from. But watch this. All right, I'm almost there. Don't mind me. Now it's sealing it because it took all the air out of here. That is actually going to make this steak last months and months in my freezer. I've left stuff for 4 or 5 months myself. I date it. I'll put a date on here, but think about that. You know, I just bought some steak. What if I can't eat it all? If you put it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, well, the problem is air is in that bag and you don't know it. So just wanted to share that with you. I'll turn this off now because next up, I'm going to cook some steak. I cooked chicken. You saw that. I'm going to cook some steak, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I am back, and I've got a little bit of olive oil in a little dish here for one steak. I want to try something. They say meat that releases its oils, like steak and certain things like that, don't need olive oil. I use extra light. You know, this is olive oil. It's regular olive oil. It's not extra virgin. But I'm going to put a little olive oil on both sides of this. And the other I'm not going to because I want to experiment. I want to see, you know, what works better. So I figure why not experiment together, right? It's got a little more olive oil than I'd like. Get a paper towel. All right, I'm just going to take some of this off. I just want a light coat. All right. So just a little dab in here. That's all, nothing major. Okay. So I'm going to use Larry's, you know. Mom always used Larry's. God knows it's probably not that good for you, but it's a seasoned salt. Oh, no MSG. Yay. So I'm just going to put a little on each side. Okay. You know, and just let me get the other side on this one. Again, I for me, if this is going to be a quicker way to cook, then that's going to be great. The chicken, that's phenomenal. And I left the fat on the steak. I usually am not one to leave fat on steak. But this is an Angus. It's a part of a London broil, but it's Angus. I guess the new kind of meat. Now, I'm going to open this up. Oh, by the way, I did preheat this, so don't forget. Preheat it for 5 minutes, and it will make everything cook quicker. It's already warmed up. They say you don't have to, but you should, so why not? All right, so there it goes, guys. Left side, some olive oil. Right side, no olive oil. Plenty of room for the air to circulate on the bottom and all around. Now I'm going to hit the meat button. Okay, that's all I got to do. Meat, start. 18 minutes is what it does. Okay, meat is 18 minutes at 375. Now if you look at the booklet, remember the booklet I showed you in the beginning of this video, meat, 18 minutes, 375. Okay, I'll set a timer probably about 9 minutes in and take a look. Okay, so we'll be back. Okay guys, so it is halfway through right now, 9 minutes, so I'm going to open this up, which you can do, and take a look at that. So you've got some nice, I mean, you know, now the other thing I'm going to do is not only am I going to turn these, but I am going to take, and I'm going to try this new gadget I got that checks the temperature inside the meat. I can still see some redness on this other thick piece, but wish me luck. I've not used these in a while. So let me stick this all the way in, I guess, to the center. Realistically, I mean, putting this in, I have to take this out, because if it's in, all right, the units, I'm getting 117, 118. So if that's the internal temperature, the meat needs to be 155 to be medium well, or 160 to be well done. So I did turn it. Okay, again, I'll clean this, but so far so good. Let's close it up. It'll start back up again on its own, which is nice. I'm going to check this and I'm going to check it in 3 minutes to be safe. All right, guys, 3 minutes passed, so let's take a look. All right, again, look at this old. Now, notice the one with the olive oil isn't as browned as the other there. You know, I'll zoom in a little bit because I forget that I have that functionality, but look at that. Okay, now I'm going to take, let me see, maybe I'll just take this guy out for a second again. You got to check, right? We like well done, medium well, but let's just take a look and see what the temperature is going to be internally. And I do have to turn this on though, huh? Alright, I'm getting 138 so far, 139. I mean, it says it's supposed to be 160. I mean, I'm used to just cutting it open with a knife and stuff, but so, alright, so it's not really where it needs to be, at least for us. This is below, this is more medium. Okay, this is more medium. Yeah, I did push it in more, so it's now going up to 140. All right, guys. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Okay. Okay, guys. This should be about. All right, 3 minutes left. So I'm going to stop this. I am going to pull out the smaller piece. It's already getting a little charred up, but not bad. I mean, again, a good close-up here, guys. Okay, nice look. Now, what I want to do is check the internal temperature, which, see what that looks like first of all. All right. I've got 153, 155, so it's in the medium well area right off the bat. Okay, it's in the medium well area. If I cut this open, which I'm going to do now, and I'll be done, 156. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this open so we can actually see what it looks like inside. But as you use these machines, you'll figure out like what works for you. Okay, so yeah, that is a little pinkish. That's the way you want it. You don't want it too cooked, but pinkish is great. It's going to be really, really nice. I mean, aren't you getting hungry at this point? Yep, this is pinkish. That's all it is. And that's what you want. Okay, so that's it, guys. And all right, I hope this was a helpful video. Look at that steak. Make it a little lighter for you. Look at that. All right, guys. So after using this for almost 2 weeks, I cooked a lot of chicken in this thing. I cooked a little bit of steak. I cooked some veggies. And, I like that, it's removable. I've been able to take this out and clean it up. The 8-quart has plenty of room. I will definitely put this in the links in the description, so if you want to pick this up. I'm also going to put a smaller model, just in case you don't have a lot of counter space. Brooklyn is hanging out with me here, by the way. That sweet girl. But let me tell you what I like about it. I like that I had to use a drop of oil, number one. I definitely like that I can basically open this up and do quick checks, which is really nice. So I love that it'll turn off temporarily when you open it up and then turn back on and continue where you left off. I like that. I like the fast cook time. It is really convenient. It is definitely less to clean when you think about pots and pans. And the control system and the menu, if you've seen that in the beginning of the video, is really good. I am picking up a air fryer cookbook with 600 recipes. I found it a great deal, around $10 on Amazon. I'll put a picture up real quick so you could see what the book looks like. I'm picking up the paperback, so around $10 to get 600 recipes with over 10,000 4.5-star reviews. So I'm going to pick that up, which is nice. Again, I will have links in the descriptions, for this unit. I'll put a link in the description for the cookbook if you want to see that. And again, another smaller model as well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.